Hi guys, I'm Adrian, and today's show, The Last of Us. First of all, can I just say yes? The Last of Us is already one of the best shows I've seen in a while. This is 100% coming from my biases and the fact that I played through the story 6 times and was at least level 100 in online mode, which I can say was probably the most balanced online experience I ever had. It's been a few years since I've had a PlayStation, but I do remember some very fond memories of this game. Honestly, I think The Last of Us Online was heavily slept on. Anyway, this episode from start to finish was great. The intro we had was excellent. I can't explain why I love this so much, but it explains the virus to an audience that hasn't played The Last of Us and is unaware of this universe. This also gives the game player more to think on when thinking about the origins of the virus. The Last of Us gives the audience more time with Sarah, and I'm happy we get to see Tommy before everything pops off. It's nice to see the relationship they normally share and see how they interacted before the outbreak. That's Joel, Sarah, and Tommy. Also, love the parallels in how Joe's work habits are no different 20 years later post outbreak. He's still grinding. He's still, woke up this morning, tie my truck up, knew it's going to be a long day. You know what I mean? The show we're provided follows a story that holds true to the video games, but provides alternate perspectives to keep things fresh for the game player. Also, being able to spend more time with some of these characters really gives the audience a chance to get attached and to feel what Joel does. Sarah dying was one of Joel's core formative experiences and drives him throughout his journey with Ellie. We get to feel this scene just as hard as we did in the game. I'm so happy we got a film adaptation of the story and we're really able to focus more on the emotions of the characters and the character development associated with the events rather than the action. Joel goes so hard behind Ellie because he feel that he couldn't save his own daughter. It was pretty cool to see people catching on little by little, one by one, like in the watch shop, and it was nice to see that gradual tension and build up. Also love the hardcore drugs quote. I'm glad they kept that one in there. And the airlines going down was an excellent touch as well. That was something I never even thought about coming from a zombie apocalypse enthusiast. Seeing them actually run with this and it was very practical and maybe even more practical than the car accident from the video game. Like I think I like the plane crashing more than an 18 wheeler hitting their car and messing up Sarah's leg. But I very much enjoyed the deeper look into the town and how they operated. The writers make it clear that this is not Alexandria from The Walking Dead. Life is just as rough inside the walls as out. We get to see how the guards treat people, the harsh martial law that's enforced, the drug trade, the currency. Hell, this whole town is a drama series in itself. It feels like we got an exclusive look at the Last of Us universe. I'm glad they didn't follow the game scene for scene, but rather gave the audience a fresh look at the story that takes place. The soundtrack so far is beautifully nostalgic. I'm pretty sure they tried to use most of the sounds from the game, at least from the first game, and I enjoyed hearing that dark, gritty music when Joel gets drugged out, seeing it used in a different light, but the same tone, that dark, painful demise. It also seems like we're going to get to go more in depth into these characters like Marlene and Tess, mainly getting more time with them and more emotional connection. Now, going to pretty much what our first action scene is, I just love how this scene plays out, with us knowing the guard and Joel's PTSD kicking in from his daughter. I get to hear Pedro Pascal's battle cry for the first time, and we also get an early game assault rifle, which is pretty goddamn cool. So, all in all, I am extremely excited for the rest of the show. Even though we know how the story goes, we get to see it again in live action with different angles and more time spent in the show where less time was given in the game. I also feel that the show will try and improve whatever aspects of the story it can. I want to thank you guys for watching my video on The Last of Us Episode 1. I know it's been a while, but I'm still here. And with work and school, it can be a bit difficult to finish my shows and make videos on them. You guys, I like to watch my shows twice before I make a video on them. But with that, I will see you guys in the next video.